Welcome, Aquarius. Cards flying everywhere. I hope that you had a great January. Sorry for the delay on these love messages coming out. This is going to be your love messages for the first week of February. Let's see what we have for you, lovely Aquarius. All right. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy. So that's about being in that playful energy this week, regardless of what's going on, Aquarius. Happy birthday to anyone out there who is having their birthday this week. Ooh, this one wants to come out. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Beautiful. So Aquarius, this week, you're coming out of a place of feeling guarded. Perhaps February left you feeling a little wounded. Just a lot going on. Kind of left you feeling, probably had some headaches. Especially, you know, maybe somebody was giving you a headache or they were just really causing a lot of conflict for you. And unfortunately, this week, you're still in that energy of conflict. More being influenced to kind of reach a peaceful resolution about things or work together. Or perhaps you just have a lot going on at work. And so that's causing issues within your romantic life. This Five of Wands is showing both internal conflict about love life and fighting with your loved one. And it can also mean having lots of competition. So this is either you or someone else having a lot of competition in terms of your relationship. Feeling the need to compete. You could even just be competing with your loved one here. I'm seeing you being single though. So maybe you're just fighting off all of these suitors and people who are trying to advance with you. You're trying to be very wise. You're looking for your truth. What is the truth? What is my truth? You know, even in the midst of all this fighting and conflict, I really see you, Aquarius, wanting to move into this energy of thinking clearly, feeling at ease. You don't want to feel wounded and conflicted anymore. You're ready to move on from that energy. And so you're really trying to find that truth inside of yourself. You know, what is it? What is that truth that you need so that you can really let go of this conflict and move on for yourself? There's a strong desire for you this week to spend time alone. Perhaps you even just want to be alone, to figure out what's right for you in terms of this situation with someone, in terms of relationships in general. Because you are coming in here as being open to the idea of working on things, working on a relationship, wanting to build a relationship with someone if you are single. That's, you know, a thought on your mind. Because perhaps some opportunities are showing up and you're like, well, I'm happy on my own. I'm not really wanting to go back to this energy again. But you're trying to figure out what's the next step here. So with these together, I see you feeling very conflicted on what's your truth so you can figure out what the next step to take is. Sorry, those wind chimes are a little loud this morning. So you're really, you know, whether that's the next step in this relationship. If I finding my truth, and the truth is that I'm not ready and I want to just move away from this relationship and be single and alone. And I feel really conflicted about that. This person's fighting, they want to work on things, or there's probably even a partial desire inside of yourself that might want to work on this, but knowing, okay, you know, right now, I think I just need to be alone and figure out what my truth is and work on myself. And so how do I take that step? What's the next step in terms of getting there? With this person, you know, if you're in a situation where you feel a strong need to be alone, it can feel conflicted. And how do I tell this person, especially if you also have some stuff going on, how do I tell this person that I just need some time alone, some time to myself, to reflect and figure out what I want? And so then I see you moving on this week into this energy of really studying yourself. You know, what is a relationship? What is it that I want? And, you know, who am I? Again, this card really reminds me, it's like identity. You know, who am I in terms of relationships? What do I want? You know, what kind of lover do I want to be? And what kind of lover do I want? And how can I make that work? Because this card is also about wanting long-term success. So how do I make that work for me in terms of what is right for me and what works for me? So there's a need, if you are in a situation with somebody and you're fighting, there's a lack of give and take here. Someone does not feel like their needs are getting met. And if that's the other person, I feel like there's a strong awareness on your side of realizing, okay, I'm not able to give this relationship what it needs to be successful. And I need time to work on myself and look within. So how can I express that need for space with this person? Or it could be the other way, where they're saying, you know, you're saying, I'm not getting my fair share. I'm not getting what I deserve in terms of this relationship. And I just want to take time to look within and figure out what my truth is. So there's definitely a strong need to balance things out within this relationship. The person in your, whoever your love interest is, they're coming in as being very strong, very stable, very responsible, traditional, controlling even, like to have things their way. And that comes from that place of like, you know, knowing for themselves what is going to continue to build stability in terms of this relationship, in terms of for them. So they have a lot of rules. We have Virgo showing up here, Aries, strong Aries showing up. Lots of fiery energy. So work could definitely be getting in the way of your romantic life right now. And so that could also be what's being said here is there's a need for this playful energy. You need to flirt, even if things are feeling conflicted right now. There's a need to bring back that playful, lighthearted energy. And with the like attracts like, you know, even if we don't want to be in a situation, we can still be loving about it. And if somebody here is causing a lot of conflict for you and you're thinking that you want to be single, or we can still, again, say those things in a kind way. And then the outcome is the Six of Cups. So I see the Six of Cups saying that perhaps you take a break from this person, have some time to yourself, a little vacay, just some time apart for a little while, and then you're able to reunite. And maybe even this break allows you to look at the positives of your relationship, to be nostalgic for the things that went well and not the things that were not going well. And I think it's easy when we don't take that break to get so caught up in all of the negative experiences and things that aren't working that we forget about all the good things and all the things that are working. So a lot of sixes here. 3 sixes. So I really see there being a need for balance to be brought back into the situation. Draw another card for you. Let's see. What can Aquarius do to help bring some of that balance back into the situation? Already my mind is going back to that give and take energy. So really being mindful of, you know, what you're putting into this. How much effort are you putting into this, or the other person? Because the amount of effort that's being put in is going to be a reflection to you or the other person of how invested they are or interested they are in the relationship. So we have practice moderation, and we have appreciate your talents. So I think this space and time that you need is going to be really important for you and for the, you know, long-term success of your love life. And that, you know, make sure to appreciate what this other person is bringing into your life and into your heart, and all of their talents and gifts, and your own. What do you have to offer? You know, you have a lot to offer here, Aquarius. You're such an amazing sign. So make sure to appreciate yourself. Continue to have that value in you. Don't allow others to take advantage of you. You know, and you can really tell, again, by looking at where the balance is within your relationship. Stand your ground with peace. Peaceful warrior. So that's what I think is needed here for you to embody, is that peacefulness, right? That childlike innocence. Bringing peace back into your situation. And that starts with us first, right? It's not always easy, but once we're able to do that, I think that it really helps everything. I'm going to draw a little bit more clarification on this other person. Ooh, they're feeling left out in the cold by you. They don't feel worthy. They don't feel good enough. They may not be communicating with you if you are not the one that's icing them out. They feel like they want to reunite with you. You make them happy. They want things to be different. Either the world, what they want from you, either they want this to move to a higher level of commitment, or this card's just saying a transformation. It's saying that it's time to move to the next level. It's graduation, right? So graduating in your relationship, either graduating and evolving on your own, leaving this relationship and moving on to something that's better for you. So maybe they want you to move on to something that's better for you because they don't feel worthy. Or they want things to come out of this place of feeling like they're not good enough, or that there's a lack of communication and a lack of celebration between the two of you. And come out of that place that you've been in. So they're really wanting things to evolve. If you're not wanting to be with this person, there's a potential here for you wanting to get help and counsel in ending this or getting out of the situation. If you feel called to do that, I think that there's help available to you. Father figure, somebody you can really rely on. And by this weekend, when you're in that place of really starting to look at the positive side of your relationship, I think you're still going to be in that place of, is this worth it? You know, so being in that even more loving and unconditional place of, you know, sometimes relationships are just not a good fit. And even if you have happy memories together, that doesn't mean that it would be successful and the right thing for both of you to be back together moving forward. So I see you taking this time this weekend of really figuring out if you can rebuild stability here and reunite with this person, or if you're just going to remember the good times in a positive light and move on with your own stability without them. So the possibility is here, and it looks like it's going to be in your hands to decide what to do. So remember, like attracts like, and to stay in that flirtatious, peaceful energy. Make sure to be that peaceful warrior that you really are, Aquarius. It looks like an interesting week ahead. You're gonna fight through these conflicts with ease, I think, and just continue to love on yourself. Pamper yourself. It's your birthday time, Aquarius. All right, lots of love, best wishes, and I'll see you next week.